For the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee, alongside ESPN.
Everybody needs money. You don't have to tell me the amount.
I have not. I'm busy paying for my kids' college. I'm not ready to pay for someone else's kids' college just yet.
You understand that no one believes that. Everybody believes that you are incredibly wealthy enough to handle that, given the huge amounts of money you made as a big shot at ESPN.
Hot start today.
I literally right now, and I do think I've had people in our athletic department tell me that's one of the NIL things that people have trouble adjusting to is they feel like because they're giving it goes directly to a student athlete. They're like, I'm trying to pay for my kid before I worry about paying for somebody else's kid. Whereas when you used to kind of give a donation for whatever it was, $100 or a $10,000, you were giving it to the school and it was somewhere else. And so there is a little of that. So I have not given any kind of
I just want to let you know that I have.
Good for you.
Well,
which school?
Where at IU?
Did you attend like 8 different
Where at IU?
schools?
By the way, how are you? Were you excited about the IU win last night, or do you not have any?
Of course.
Okay.
But even if I had nothing to do with the university, which I really don't, because I went to IUSB, that's not really Indiana. My family, my brother was a great tennis player there. But anyway, that being said, you need to listen to what Urban Meyer said after the game. Let me put it in this context. If he were a preacher, he would have said what Indiana did is the greatest thing since the birth of Jesus. It is impossible. He basically said it can't be done. What they did can't be done. There's no, you can't do what they did at Indiana. It's not possible. Now, he would know that given what it takes to win and maybe the team that existed at Ohio State. But, he basically said, and I would agree, it's the most surprising achievement in my lifetime in sports.
Wow, that's broad. Now I listened to Pope Urban and hear him say that, and I agree that it's a remarkable thing, not just turnaround, right? Because there's never been the around really to turn around.
No,
right? Basketball could be turned around.
It's similar to possums taking over the world.
And so, but I don't know if it might be the greatest thing in sports or whatever, but I'll believe
now,
Urban.
when you listen to him,
his
he
wife's
made that
mad
very clear.
already.
We're going to have the hockey thing, beating the Russians, right?
It was one-off, right?
I think it would have been like if Jamaica beat Russia, is what is the issue that Urban Meyer is kind of making. By the way, just so you know, I hope this doesn't create a problem, but I've become friends with Terrell Buckley. He took over the football program at Mississippi Valley State because he's from that area.
T-Buck, good.
And I said, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you $1,000, and I want to know if that'll get you a backup punter. And he said no. But I still gave him the $1,000, and they won 2 games, and I don't know if he's going back there. But the reason I bring that up is Troy Aikman. This is Troy Aikman quoting, "I gave money to a kid. I won't mention who. I've done it one time at UCLA. Never met the young man. He was there a year. He left after the year. I wrote a sizable check, and he went to another school. I didn't even get so much as a thank you note. So it's one of those deals to where I'm done with NIL. I want to see UCLA be successful, but I'm done with this. I mentioned this on the day in which I believe it's Utah said they have a private equity firm that's in for $500 million or something. I don't understand this stuff financially, but it would appear that whatever the level was, it's now multiplied by 10. I think, and I could be wrong, but I think they just very recently allowed private equity firms or that to buy into professional sports teams. I think that was it had to be individuals, and now that may have changed. I bring that all up in hopes that you'll address it in your class or do research on it and then can help me with some legitimate information. But it would appear that college sports has multiplied by tenfold as of today.
Well, but even before that, right? They got one guy gave him $300 million. What did Michigan State just get up in East Lansing? 400 and some.
Right, that was an individual. This is now, I think, with a business that. But anyway, you could be right and I could be all wrong. It's just
you're right. And the hedge funds are trying to get into conferences, right? The Big Ten is still thinking about farming out a piece of their.
Right. And we both agree with this. I know Utah should never be that good. I mean, come on, it's Utah. What? Rhode Island going to ever be the most powerful state in the country? I don't think so. Utah, they give it a nice run. They have some history of, you play 30. They were the first ones that had 30-year-olds. They've been playing with old guys for a long time after going on the Mormon mission. So,
they should dominate in skiing.
Yes. With Colorado. It should be Colorado and Utah head-to-head.
Maybe Vermont. Spread some NIL money for a downhill.
Like in tennis, we had UCLA, USC, and Stanford, and then the rest of the world. Then, California should be California should be the best at anything they really care about, right? I don't know if that applies to schools, but certainly as a state.
Athletics,
all right. It's gotten. I just let the show drift so badly. Right. Did you have?
How much money would it cost to get you back on track? I don't. What do I have to pay you?
They need a private equity firm. No, the back on track is real simple. It's the Packers. I heard you talk, and they were a little disappointed that you weren't more.
No, listen, I'm thrilled. But enough. Like, why do we think that? Just like the early season, you got to let them grow. But why would you think that December 6th or whatever, when they played that game, is the finished product? You want to be the finished product on December 6th. So, they were great. They got great momentum, good win, put the Bears back in their place a little bit, take over the division, finally win a game against a good team when they were rolling. So they didn't take a step backwards. There's tons of positives. But I bet Matt LaFleur's not in the room going, "That perfect, that's great. Let's start the playoffs tomorrow." I bet he's saying, "You know what? We could be more consistent on defense a little bit when they start when that momentum shifts. We got to figure out how to push back against that a little bit. Offensively, I'd like to have kind of guys, more than one guy a week, kind of show up and it's nice that you have different people that can take that role. But I think he would say that his offense could be more consistent." They have 27, 28 points. They had 130 and 140. But for the most part, I think he'd probably like that group to roll a little better. So that's all. I'm just saying that every coach probably gets up there and says, "Oh yeah, we got some stuff that we can work on. That's correctable. That's fixable. We want to do that during the week." So I told you last week, if they win this, I think that really changes the outlook of their season to where I feel like they're back to some sort of a favorites role back in the NFC now. I think the Rams have played well. I'm still not sure that you can't get by the Seahawks in a pinch. But that guy's done a great job. McVay still scares me. I think he's probably the best coach in the league. The way he's won Super Bowls.
Yeah, he's done it. He's done it.
And no matter what they do, right? When they turn things over in that roster, even when they're down, they're 9-7 or whatever it is, 9-8, and then that's one season, then they're back again. And so I think he's the coach that is the hardest guy to contend with. LaFleur's beaten him before in the playoffs. Helps when Aaron Donald has a rib sticking out of his side. There's all the world to be optimistic about what's going on and be positive and feel like that's a team that's rolling downhill. But I don't know they're going so quick, as my dad would say. I don't know that they're sort of a freight train going down Pikes Peak on icy tracks with no brakes. but they're rolling.
Yeah, just keep going. I love this because there's been no wow. They win the next 2 games, they're at a wow. They win in Denver. It doesn't matter by what they win. They win in Denver. That's a wow.
That's a big. Yep, that's one where you okay.
And then
now,
you back up to Chicago with another Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're already among the elite as far as possibly winning the Super Bowl. They're already in the top 4, but they're 5, or depending on where you go. But they're behind Seattle. The Rams are still number 1. Seattle moved up. You need to check. Seattle's numbers are incredible. They're like top 3 in offense and defense. It's just, it's impossible to believe they're that good. But
I'm still trying to believe Sam Darnold was that good in last year in Detroit, or excuse me, in Minnesota.
I feel like
but I've said this before. I think the Scott Van Pelt used to always say about your golfers, how good is your good? And I think the Packers' good is as good as anybody else's right now.
But you want to see a little more of it.
I just would like it to be good for 60 whole minutes. I mean, you're not going to beat somebody 35-0 all the time, but I wouldn't hurt to put the wood to somebody here and just
you beat Denver by double figures. That would qualify to you. Any win over Denver would be good. But the Packers are favored now. They started at 1.5. I think they're now 2.5. The money's on the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, they're rolling. And I do think there's still some he's been really good. He's made a bunch of plays. He has shown himself, but I do think that there's not full faith and credit in Bo Nix just yet. You know,
you watch it and you see how they use him.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they're scared of him, right?
Yeah.
I mean, let's go back and look how he used Drew Brees. I don't think he's doing the same thing with his quarterback now as he did with Drew Brees.
Pretty sure he doesn't want him chucking it 60 times.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. He uses that guy, and he may grow into that part, but I think that's where Peyton's done a really good job. Sean Payton is, everybody who gets down on, he's a system quarterback, that not just him, but anybody. I'm like, well, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to put your players in their best position. And if that means building the system around what they can do, then that's what the coach is supposed to do.
They're trying to win boring football games. Every time I watch them play, they're boring. No, it's the best way to win with a group he's got.
I looked at the left-hand column. All they had in there was
the Bears would have tied the Packers if they tried boring football at the end. They had the time. Second half, 90 yards, 4.7 per carry. And they didn't have, as was brought up by so many, they never had a big run like they've had in every game. That makes the number they put in the second half even more impressive in terms of what the hell Ben Johnson was thinking. 3.5 minutes left, run the ball. And what after that? Run the ball. And run the ball. We'll be in the end zone. But he decided to do whatever it is. You can explain what he decided to do.
Pete Carroll decided not to give it to Marshawn Lynch. Every once in a while they get in the Super Bowl. Every once in a while they get a rush of blood to their head, and they decide LaFleur's got that. I got this play. It's so good. I just got to get to this play. How about you just get 9 feet? There's nothing wrong with that.
He went with his running back when the game was tied against the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
That was Jacob's time, so he must be listening to you.
How good was that play, by the way, where he was 3rd and 2, and I literally turned to somebody and said, I hate this when the Packers, as well as they run the ball 3rd and short, somehow they always come up with a bad issue.
I hate to go Don Hudson on you, but I'm going to tell you who I thought of immediately.
What?
The man I saw break more tackles. I swore he broke 15 tackles in one play. Tight end for the Baltimore Colts, John Mackey.
Mackey?
He did that all the time. Get the tape. All right, I'm done because the great segment. Yeah, John Anderson and Jason Wilde coming up. Bring on the cot. Oh, baby, this is good. Next.
More of the Homer Hour coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
problems in Waukesha County. We have a crash on 94 eastbound right at Highway 164 off on the right shoulder. So watch out for some delays heading right past that scene. We've got more delays basically from about Springdale Road through the Barker Road area past Calhoun, back on the brakes out of the Zoo interchange all the way through the Stadium interchange to the Marquette. On the eastbound side, we got the westbound side, we got backups from 25th Street to about Hawley Road. More delays then from just west of Elm Grove Road, and those will take you all the way past Brookfield Road. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast, a winter weather advisory in effect at 6 o'clock tonight until 6 in the morning. Ozaki, Sheboygan, Fond du Lac, Dodge, Washington, and Jefferson counties all included in this. Tonight, we got rain and snow mix with the low of 30. Tomorrow, early snow, falling temperatures throughout the day, though, all the way down to 25 by 5 p.m. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
We love the Packers. We bleed green and gold. And every time our team takes the field, well, it's pure football bliss. If only there was a way to experience that blissful winning feeling every day. At Associated Bank, we've got you with 10% off Lambeau concessions and 15% off Pro Shop merch. All when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank. It's how Packers fans keep winning on game day and every day. Associated Bank, Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
Are you looking for reliable transportation this holiday season? I've got you covered. Hey, it's Jen Latta from ESPN Milwaukee. With holiday parties, family gatherings, and year-end events on the horizon, I trust Accutrans Group to handle all my private transportation needs. Whether it's a corporate function or a festive celebration, Accutrans gets me there safely and on time. As a veteran-owned business, they pride themselves on top-notch service that you can count on. Booking is easy, stress-free, and reliable. Just visit AccuTransGroup.com to reserve your holiday ride today. That's AccuTransGroup.com.
A father faces homelessness. A mother is hospitalized, and there's no one to watch their children. La Causa Crisis Nursery and Respite Center is the only free 24/7 crisis nursery in Milwaukee. It's a safe and nurturing place for children aged 0 to 12 to stay while their parents work to regain stability and strength. Your generosity keeps La Causa's doors open and provides meals, classroom resources, mental health support, and more. Every child deserves the chance to dream, grow, and thrive. Make a difference by donating today at lacausa.org.
On the actual day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a 12-pack of Lakefront, 11 Jims of Beaming, 10 Royals Crowning, 9 Johnny's Walking, 8 Wines of Sparkling, 7 Miller's Lighting, 6 Geese of Graying, 5 Chardonnays, 4 Spotted Cows, 3 Cabernets, 2 gift cards from just one trip to Discount Liquor.
Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. 'Tis the season to check out Discount Liquor's tremendous selection of over 2,000 varieties of beer, 3,000 types of liquor, and over 8,000 wines from around the world. And yes, we do carry 8 varieties of ready-to-drink eggnog. Celebrate this most festive time with a great selection of beautifully packaged liquor gift sets, sure to make you the hit of the party or as a perfect gift for the liquor connoisseur on your shopping list. Discount Liquor, 2 locations in Milwaukee on 51st in Oklahoma and in downtown Waukesha on Main and Barstow.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings. Discount Liquor.
See all of our weekly specials at discountliquorinc.com.
Homer here for Window Nation's end of the year sale. It's cold here in Milwaukee, and if you've been thinking about new windows, it's good you waited, because during Window Nation's end of the year sale, get 50% off, plus you could get 0% interest for 5 years. On windows that stop the cold wintry drafts, seal out moisture, and so energy efficient, you'll save money on your utility bills. Installed in 1 day. Lifetime warranty and an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Sale ends soon. Don't miss out on big savings. WindowNation.com to get started.
This is the Homer Hour on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. It's time for Jason Wilde on the Homer Hour on 94.5 ESPN.
Wow, I got to think about that. And now, 7'2½" John Anderson, because he's so nice, gets to introduce the segment with Jason Wilde. I'm off to the cot. Take it away, Professor.
I don't get to introduce Jason Wilde. I just get to, I am in the sidecar of Jason Wilde's motorcycle, just driving along merrily, benefiting from his knowledge. And much like I did with all the other people at SportsCenter, I get legitimized by sitting next to somebody who knows what the hell they're talking about. So So is Bo Melton off the depth chart on this the cornerback side, the defensive side?
I haven't looked at I have not looked at the depth chart, so I can't say for certain. I'm assuming they're listing him at both spots though, because he practices at both spots.
So he's still out there.
He's got like that. Remember when Brady Quinn's sister, Mrs. A.J. Hawk, Laura Hawk, wore the split jersey?
Yeah.
I think that's basically what Bo wears. I mean, he actually wears both jerseys and then, takes the one off that he's not using. But that's basically what he does. That's his whole deal.
So on occasion, I'm not a huge guy on the interwebs, but it appears that folks are upset that the refs are ignoring Micah Parsons being mauled game after game. I saw Matt LaFleur's comments. I feel like I need you to be the Key and Peele anger translator for Matt LaFleur. What would he sound like if he was not just so stoic about this?
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously irritated. There's no doubt about that. I don't know if he's apoplectic irritated, right? Like, let's be honest. There's holding on every play. And I blame Micah Parsons for some of this. And I also blame the Shaq Giannis effect for this. Like, he's so good, you could probably call whoever's blocking him for holding every single time. On top of that, like, he is so effective that there are times when he gets to the quarterback despite being held. So one thing you're not going to see him do is the Zadarius Smith school of overacting, like that outtake from the movie Liar Liar, where is it Swoozie Kurtz and Jim Carrey are going back and forth, and she yells "overactor." He doesn't sell it. Like, he needs to sell it more if he wants to get those flags, because that stuff works. So, but do you want to give up maybe getting to the quarterback anyway, despite having been held, to try and get the holding penalty? Because I just don't think he needs to take a lesson from these NBA guys that, like, the guy doesn't even touch them and they flop. So I don't see him doing that. So I don't see this changing significantly anytime soon.
What did the Packers gain other than a win by beating the Bears in terms of legitimizing is too strong? I think people know they're good. But did people were they renewed at all by people watching that are not in Green Bay? That they are a formidable outfit to be contended with just by beating the Bears?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think they, what they really gained, in my opinion, is a little bit of wiggle room that if they go to Denver and lose to a team that's won 10 in a row, that they feel good about going down to Chicago and beating the Bears again. Like, I can tell you this, and I'm always skeptical of kind of what feels like inauthentic motivation. But I think they legitimately are motivated by the idea of going 6-0 in the division after going 1-5 in the division last year. Like, I think that is genuinely something that these guys are motivated by. Like, it's not just some sort of, coach speak or some sort of like hokey win one for the Gipper. Like, I think they view themselves, along with the Lions the last couple of years, as a force to be reckoned with in the division. And they know they weren't last year. Like, that, the fact that they were 1-5 in the division, the fact that they were 0-6 combined against the Eagles, the Lions, and the Vikings last year, I think they were legitimately embarrassed by that. Like I think that I know it bothers Xavier McKinney because he and I talked about it a while back. Like that really, like it's almost because it's embarrassing because it basically says, hey, congratulations, you can beat the crappy teams, but anybody can do that. You didn't beat anybody who's supposed to be better than you. And you didn't beat anybody except the Bears only because of a blocked field goal in your division. So I think that's a genuine motivation, and I think that is one thing that is certainly in their thought process as they get ready for a rematch with the Bears in, 11 days?
So point to the one thing, then, that has been the most significant factor in them being better in those games this year than they were a year ago.
Yeah, this is going to sound – I think this is exactly what Matt LaFleur said, so it pains me to do this. But, they made the plays that are the difference between winning and losing. Mm-hmm. And last year, they didn't in any of those games. The other teams made all those plays. And, yeah, you can't – the 3 fourth-down conversions that they had – against the Lions on Thanksgiving, 2 touchdowns and then the game-clinching completion on 4th down to run out the rest of the clock. That's big time, man. And tell me a time last season when you were like, God, they made all the big plays in this game. And don't tell me New Orleans, because New Orleans was god-awful.
Right, stunk out loud.
It was like playing Ashwaubenon for them. So I don't view that. I view that as the biggest thing. The win over the Vikings, okay, that's nice, but their quarterback's terrible. Although apparently the Washington Commanders can make him look like vintage Tommy Kramer. I just don't if they go down to Chicago and beat the Bears, so they can sweep them, and they do it with kind of a similar, I don't want to say flair, because I don't know if Sunday's win had a lot of flair, but again, they made the play. Keyshawn Nixon is not supposed to be covering Cole Kmet. Evan Williams takes the guy in the flat, leaves Cole Kmet open, praying that someone else will pick up Cole Kmet. Keyshawn Nixon does. Caleb Williams still, if he makes a good throw, probably still throws a touchdown pass, and instead they win the game. That's what it takes, and they were so bad at making those types of plays last year. I think people forget that even the bad teams, if they make 3 or 4 of the most critical plays in the game, they're going to beat you in the NFL. So either you have to make those plays or you have to prevent them from making them. But one way or the other, that's the way you win in this league.
Yeah, we saw him make some of those. I freely now admit to anybody that's willing to listen to me how wrong I was in Christian Watson coming back, because I was thinking he should have waited and waited and waited. As much as I love Josh Jacobs, I'm not so sure that guy right now, as he goes, the offense goes. Your thought?
Yeah, I agree. Now, I think, this is all predicated on our defense is stupid enough to play one high safety and man coverage. Because the Packers, you hear Matt LaFleur talk all the time about their rules. And if they have 2 safeties back and the box is not crowded, he wants his quarterback to check to a run because they're going to gain 5 or 6 yards theoretically. There are times where you can take shots even if the defense doesn't necessarily call for it. But, to me, the biggest thing from Watson on Sunday was the slant for the touchdown. Because that was just the thing the one that Love threw to him in 2022 in Philly. He got him. He won off the line. The quarterback got him the ball right in stride, just like Jordan did when he was filling in for Rodgers in Philly after Rodgers broke his ribs. And he caught that in stride, and he left that dude in his dust. And the more amazing thing, and I said this in real time, upstairs, and then I heard Josh Jacobs say it after the game. What was really ridiculous, he was running at 21.6 miles per hour. And it didn't even look like he was trying that hard. Like, that's how fluid of a absolute speed merchant of a runner he is. That, you know, a lot of guys, they're straight and they look like they're running the 100-yard dash in the Olympics. And he just glides. Bo Melton called him a gazelle. And he does, man. He just looks so good. And I didn't want to ask it in the moment, but I kind of want to ask it later in the week. Like, is it actually possible to come back better? And if that's true, why is that? What did you do during your time that is allowing you to be better than you used to be? Was a Matt Carney song. He just seems to be a complete player, whereas before, you know, he still felt a little bit like the tall, fast guy who can get down the field.
I just have one quick one for both of you. Which is more amazing, Phillip Rivers playing at age 44 or having 10 kids?
I'll be honest with you. I just got a text from UW men's tennis coach Danny Westerman, who's wondering, do you still have eligibility? He's been inspired by Phillip Rivers' comeback, and he wants to see if he can bring back one of the GOAT lettermen in Wisconsin tennis history.
Nicely done.
I think it's.
You're out.
I'm going to say it's Rivers only because, like, when I grew up in Green Bay, almost everybody had 10 kids. I can name 5, 6 families that had a dozen.
And how many have you heard of now in the last 30 years?
Yeah,
0.
I know. Listen, the Pope's down on that. We got to get some people more in the flock. We got to get going on this. But yeah, right now we're having a little crisis of that. But you know, I think the Gillises had like 15 or 16 back in the day. You know, but that wasn't uncommon.
The only question I have about that is because, look, Paula and I, if the Lord had so blessed us, we would not have. We definitely would not have gotten the 10. We kind of had 4 in mind, and we've got 2 of the best you could ever ask for. But once you get past 4, like what does our buddy John Kerry have? 6 kids? He has 6 children, right? I don't know. Like, at some point, I think he's probably at the maximum. Like, you get 7, 8, 9, 10, and Phillip Rivers, God bless him, I'm not sure how you give them all the requisite amount of attention so they're all aware of how much Dad loves them.
It depends on how far they're separated, because then you really have 2 groups. The old group doesn't even know the young group, having lived it. But
well, I don't like the sound of that either.
How many do you need for a brood? What number constitutes that?
Great question.
I don't even know what that is.
6. Yeah.
What is a brood?
It's a bunch of kids. All I know is...
No, we call them a bunch of kids. What is a brood? Is it BROOD?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe so.
I'll have to look that up.
You have to live in a shoe to have a brood.
When there were large families growing up, the assumption was they're Catholic. Accurate or not? I don't know if I don't even know if that was justified. But by the way, Phillip Rivers and his wife are Catholic. They were married his freshman year in college.
Well, they got an early start. That's now. So does that mean he's a grandpa? Is that true?
He actually is a grandpa. And the question was asked, Alec, what was it? There's one grandpa that's won a Super Bowl?
Now, this is per the Alex Strofe Research Academy, so I could be wrong.
I think that's possible.
But I believe there's only one, and Jason will know the answer.
I will know the answer.
Was a grandfather when winning the Super Bowl.
No, not when winning the Super Bowl, but starting an NFL game while being a grandfather.
Oh.
Well,
Favre?
Favre started as a grandpa, yeah. Mm-hmm. But again, he didn't win one while he was.
Not anymore.
There's got to be a better way to research this than relying on your guesswork.
Guesswork's
George
probably
Bland
not
didn't have
giving
one
me
in
enough
there.
respect.
George
Seems like
Bland.
George
Blanda. Oh my goodness.
Yes,
Seems
nicely
like George
done.
Blanda should have somebody in there. You never
You
know.
would think, yes. Mm-hmm.
All right, we've run out of time. I apologize for. I not only did this to our segment, I did it to your segment.
God
Oh,
bless
yeah.
Phil.
12 Hail Marys, we'll be fine. All right, guys, take care. Be good.
Jason Wilde, all Packers all the time. Running a business, it means taking care of your team and your bottom line. For over 50 years, Saganiac Planning has helped small businesses build smarter, more affordable medical and employee benefit plans. That's how the complicated's easy for them. They've been doing it well for over 50 years. From health insurance to customized coverage options, Saganiac Planning's experts make it simple to protect your people and your future. Saganiac Planning, your partner in planning confidence. Visit SaganiacPlanning.com or call John Saganiac Jr. Phone number's easy. Just remember 783-262-783. Roger Maris, 6161. 7-2.5 is back for more next.
More of the Homer Hour coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Well, we're backed up on 41 southbound from Appleton Avenue pretty much all the way down to Capitol Drive. The northbound side's backed up from Watertown Plank Road all the way up to Silver Spring, so heavy ride through there. We've also got backups on the southbound side through the Zoo interchange onto the bypass. That's going to be pretty solid all the way down through the Hale interchange all the way to Forest Home. Eastbound 94, we've got a few backups in Waukesha County, like right past Barker Road and from Brookfield Road to Calhoun, and then we've got more delays from 84th Street all the way through the Stadium interchange to about Lincoln Memorial Drive, actually. So it's a hefty ride. Just before you turn on to 794 southbound to go over the Hone, it actually starts to let up a bit. Milwaukee's most talked about holiday party is coming, the Milwaukee Holiday Gala, hosted by Mayor Cavalier Johnson and Kristen Bry, benefiting Camp Rise and Toys for Tots. Get your tickets today at mkeholidayGala.org. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Winter weather advisory goes into effect at 6 o'clock tonight until 6 in the morning. Ozaukee, Sheboygan, Fond du Lac, Dodge, Washington, and Jefferson counties all included in this. Otherwise, rain-snow mix tonight with a low of 30. Tomorrow, early snow, falling temperatures throughout the day will be down to 25 by 5 p.m. Weather is brought to you by Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more. Easy and affordable apparel personalization with no minimums and fast turnaround. For all your printing needs, bigfrog.com/Mequon. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's ESPN Milwaukee's Gabe Neitzel here to give you some advice. If you're making plans to propose to that special someone in your life, the Jewelry Center has to be your stop for the ring. It's what I did. They're the best place to shop for diamond engagement rings in Milwaukee for a reason. I didn't know what to get, but with help of a Pinterest board, the Jewelry Center and their team of specialists took care of everything from start to finish. Naturally mined diamonds, lab-grown diamonds, whatever you're in the market for, when it comes to an engagement ring, the Jewelry Center has it. Find locations and inventory online at shoptjc.com.
The holidays are busy. Meals to make, gifts to wrap, parties to host. When it's finally time to unwind, make it blissful with Carbless. Crisp, refreshing, and full of flavor with every sip. Zero sugar, zero carbs, only 100 calories, and gluten-free. While it may be frozen outside, it's always flawless with Carbless. No guessing and no compromise. So whether you're celebrating with friends, hosting the crew, or relaxing by the fire, bring bliss to your holiday gatherings. Carbless, full of flavor, guilt-free enjoyment.
Want your brand to turn heads and win hearts?
Captivate Exhibits can bring your brand to life by transforming lobbies, creating history walls, and beautifying facilities.
For over 32 years, Captivate has been the MVP of trade show exhibits and workplace design and fabrication. Let Captivate craft immersive branded environments that tell your story boldly, beautifully, and with purpose at events and around the office.
Score big by making your next event or your own space unforgettable. Create something legendary by getting started today at CaptivateExhibits.com.
Whether you're hitting the road for the holidays or heading up north to see family and friends, make Higher Love Cannabis Company in Menominee, Michigan your first stop. Just across the Wisconsin border, Higher Love offers award-winning, organically grown products that you can trust, plus new incense, apparel, and holiday-ready gifts. Fuel your trip, stock up for the season, and don't forget to grab a photo with Sasquatch while you're here. Your perfect holiday stop is waiting at findhigherlove.com/CBD.
Elevate your game day gear or any outfit with official merchandise from the Milwaukee Bucks Pro Shop. From authentic jerseys to exclusive apparel and accessories, the Bucks Pro Shop has everything you need to showcase your fandom wherever you go. Cheer the deer to victory with authentic Milwaukee Bucks items. Visit us at the Bucks Pro Shop at Fiserv Forum or Bayshore Mall, or shop online at shop.bucks.com.
Any coach will tell you, games are won in the preparation. The same's true in cybersecurity. Trend Micro helps businesses move from reactive to proactive with cyber risk exposure management. That means real-time visibility into your risks across cloud, email, endpoints, and networks. For over 35 years, enterprises worldwide have trusted Trend Micro to prepare, protect, and perform. Don't wait for the next threat to blow the whistle. Get secure now at trendmicro.com, because the best defense is being ready before the game even starts.
You're listening to the Homer Hour on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Three Pillars Senior Living Communities. Beautiful setting along the Bark River. In Dousman, of course, I emphasize the 300 acres. That's how they can be so good. Top-ranked full continuum community with active adult and independent living, assisted living and memory care, skilled nursing and rehab, and incredible wellness programs, and a long list of activities. 10 miles of walking, when you got 300 acres. And they have the great staff, which is by far the most important thing. But you got a lot of options with, how many? Yes, 300 acres, 3 Pillars, senior living communities, 3pillars.org. With 7-2.5, John Anderson, we were discussing large families because Phillip Rivers has 10. I think having 10 kids is even more amazing than coming back at 44. And then on YouTube, people love to, hey, Joe, we have about 8, 9 here in Des Moines, but fluffy, not hard pack, easily manageable. I thought he was talking about kids. He's talking about how much snow they had. Yeah.
Snow.
And then they used to say large families prevalent in Catholic farm families, also for cheap farm labor back in the day. That's not entirely true. There were 8 of us, and I'm certain we had that many, so my dad got free labor. It wasn't farm labor, but he did make it clear that part of the family deal was helping out his business for free. And I was so stupid not to really understand the logic of it. All right, let's get back to the Green Bay Packers and the Discount Liquor Twitter poll question. Are you surprised? How did you put it? So, are you surprised the Packers are favored in Denver? It started at 1.5. Now I think it's up to 2.5.
Should the Packers be favored against the Broncos
should
on
they
Sunday?
be
They're
favored?
currently 2.5-point favorites. One vote in, 100% goes. Which direction, Homer? What's your guess?
No, I don't know what everybody else is doing. I say no. I don't.
That one person agrees with you.
And,
they say no.
And I always defer to 7-2.5 because John Anderson explained that. There's clearly no belief in the Broncos, who have had close games against some very average or bad teams. I guess I'll defer to you. When Vegas has what seems like a stupid betting line, they always say the pros go with it, but
right.
I don't know.
Trust the sharps in that in that spot. Yeah. And I am not good at the whole gambling thing.
No one is, by the way.
Nobody is.
Or
right?
very
Otherwise,
few. It's very hard. Yep.
Yeah. For very long. I do think that says more about the Packers' ability than it does about a lack of faith in the Broncos. They've been in tight games, like you said, some, but I think that's just Vegas right now thinks the Packers are just simply a better team, and it is more a comment on the Packers and their ability and how they're playing, I think, than it is that they don't really dislike or that they dislike Denver. I think right now the Packers are probably, and as often as the Packers have not shown it maybe for a full game, Denver's sort of new to this, right? They came back. Listen, by the way, for as bad as the Russell Wilson trade was, and turned out and what it cost them, that Sean Payton came in and turned this thing around in such a short amount of time is really an amazing coaching job that he's done there. You're just like, wow, that I thought it would take forever to dig out from that thing, right? Because they paid.
I would agree. Yes.
Again, you're going to give me the Hudson thing, right? But they paid John Hadle prices for him, and got exactly what the Packers got from Hadle essentially, and ran him off. And it took that deal crippled the Packers for how long? In addition to perhaps Bart Starr not being the right guy, but that Peyton's turned them around so quickly is really a remarkable job that he's done there. But I think the Packers right now have played better football, and I think if both teams play their best,
Packers win.
The Packers are a better team. Yeah. The Packers are better.
It's all, to me, can the Packers score enough points? Teams that have difficulty scoring against the Broncos, their defense, I'll have to check. I know it's one or two, maybe the Rams are one, but Broncos are right up there. It's hard to score points. You score points on the Broncos, you're going to win because their offense is bad, limited, conservative, however you want to call it. All right, now we get to John Anderson, 7.5. The best part of the Packers. Because people know you're from Green Bay, and they figure, and they're right, you know the Packers. So what are you going to tell them? What's the best part of the Packers?
In terms of a team, or just like the Packers as a Green Bay native, what's the best part of the Green Bay Packers?
Whatever. I would say it's Jordan Love. I think he's elevated to the point.
Okay,
but you could say LaFleur, you could say Goody, you can say the president. It's or a player, whatever you want.
Yeah,
you're the professor.
Well, I'm a fan of ownership.
Yeah.
I am a fan of the unique history and tradition of the franchise.
Mm-hmm.
That luckily you have had good players the last 30 years.
Right, but they showed the ability to suck terribly given those things.
For a long time, right?
Yes.
But I think they're smarter now.
Yeah.
Right? They're smarter. Who I saw the first time I met Ed Policy on the sideline, and I had been visiting with Russ Ball. So I don't know if you knew.
Are you known as Carmen's kid, or did you not say that? You're probably
no, I didn't. So you don't know that. So Russ Ball, right? The Packers number 2.
Yeah.
Russ Ball was the strength and conditioning coach here at Missouri when I ran.
No way.
Yeah.
You're making that up.
No, I'm not.
It's true. It wouldn't be worth making up, actually.
No, he was.
I don't know anything about him. I assumed he was a finance guy or a business guy.
That guy came straight from the weight room.
Strength and conditioning.
He was the team and the athletic department's lead strength and conditioning guy.
Which meant he didn't spend any time on track. He spent all the time on football
but it was his charges. He had a guy named Bernard Lassinger that ran our side of the room. But Russ was in charge of all that. And
how much do you credit Russ Ball for doing 7.5? What percentage?
None. That's all just God-given luck and grit and strain.
Wow,
and natural.
Russ Ball. So can you get free tickets whenever you want? Hey, Russ, take care of me.
No, that I do not leverage it that way.
Okay.
But it's funny when I brought a bunch of the kids up for the draft, we did a story on him because Russ grew up right here in Columbia. And he was teammates with, remember Gary Ellis that played for the Packers? Ellis?
Yes, very good very good running back who was good at catching the ball out of the backfield way ahead of his time. He was a Roger Craig-like style.
So he played with him. He played with a guy named Leo Lewis who played with the Vikings for a long time. Anyway, he played on a team that was great, but his brother still sells cars here. So I said, hey, I would like, if you had some time while we're up there, if we can steal, I know it's a busy week, if we could steal 20, 25 minutes to visit with you with the students and get an interview, that would be great. Do a story. And I said, if it mean I have to go to Boonville and buy a car from your brother, just let me know and I'll go over there to work on the financing.
You're such a great professor.
when he came through, but it turns out he carved out the time for the kids anyway.
And you didn't have to get a car?
Didn't have to go see Russ Ball. We didn't have to go to his brothers, the Chevrolet dealer over in Boonville.
All right.
There are a lot of things. Right now, the best thing of the Packers now, though, is the defense. And I think specifically, it's been a while, but that defensive line, I think, allows all the rest of things to happen. I think that's why Cooper makes so many tackles, because they free him up. I feel like they cover for some defensive backs that may not be great.
Even with the injury.
And so, yeah. I mean, I thought they played well without Wyatt the other day. So, yeah, I think that's still, in terms of the team, that's it.
All right, we will get to more from 7-2.5, and then maybe we can put together a car desire that he could work it out with Russ Ball's brother. We'll see. Fisco Auto Body, family business. Probably not a bad follow-up to that comment I just made, but so be it. Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin. They're so good. It's family business. Owned since 1931. It's not what they do, it's who they are. And the Fiscos are still working on the cars. Imagine how many years they've been working on it by now. That's one of the reasons they're so good. Expert workmanship guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. Any damage, Fisco has you covered. Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin. Fisco, so you remember the name. More John Anderson on the Packers. And maybe a Giannis thought. Next.
More of the Homer Hour coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
This group is learning how to find ways to win. This was a playoff game.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
We saw a playoff game 2 Thursdays ago. They found a way to win. This is a great sign as a Green Bay Packer fan. We're going to win the division. We're going to be in a great spot.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. Why Z-Bart? Because you don't want rust holes in your expensive vehicle. Let Z-Bart keep the rust away with professional rust protection. Only at Z-Bart.
One of the more intriguing parts of the 2025 Green Bay Packers is former wide receiver, now cornerback, now back to wide receiver Bo Melton, who reeled in a 45-yard touchdown reception from Jordan Love in Sunday's win over the Chicago Bears. Head coach Matt LaFleur says he's just one of those guys you like having in the building.
The moment's never too big for him, whether it's on special teams, defense, offense, and for him to be in that situation and make obviously a very impactful play was pretty cool.
Sunday's a big one for Green Bay as they bring the NFC's longest winning streak into Denver to take on the Broncos and the team with the longest winning streak in the NFL.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee.
Do you want your car to shine like a diamond? Then you need Z-Gloss from Z-Bart. Z-Gloss gives you a mirror finish and protects your paint from everything Mother Nature can throw at it with a 10-year guarantee. Visit zbart.com for more information.
Homer here from ESPN Milwaukee. What makes living at Three Pillars so special? Let's hear from my friend Dave.
The campus is beautiful. For me, nature is my church, and I love being outside. We live by the Bark River, and it's calming. It just calms my soul. I just love it. A lot of the people, I'm talking about 100-year-old people, 90 years old, say they credit Three Pillars with living longer.
The president of James Imaging Systems, Tom Tegeter.
As I reflect on the 2025 performance of the James Imaging Systems team, I'm inspired by their power of action, reliable follow-through, and ability to consistently connect with our clients. So thank you for helping our clients grow, profit, and thrive. In addition, I'm humbled by the trust our clients place in the James Imaging Systems expertise to help them succeed, now and in the years to come. As your local business technology partner, I extend my appreciation and gratitude for your ongoing loyalty. Looking forward, I feel that as individuals and as a community, if we display the power of positive action and authentically strive to find common ground, then our local communities will be stronger and our family connections will be secure and enduring. To everyone, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and God bless America.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch, and I've got the perfect gift idea for you. A holiday design gift box filled with all your favorite Kringle flavors from Racine Danish Kringles. No wrapping, no stress, just pure holiday joy. My family and I love it when the Kringle box from Racine Danish Kringles arrives at our house, and you can have it happen too. Go to Kringle.com or call 800-4DANISH to order today. Racine Danish Kringles is the official pastry of ESPN Wisconsin. Racine Danish Kringles, it's not just a treat, it's a tradition. Visit Kringle.com.
Give the gift of a special night out from the Bartolotta restaurants. Purchase a gift card at bartolottas.com and get a $20 holiday bonus for every $100 you spend. Happy holidays from all of us at the Bartolotta restaurants, and thank you, Milwaukee.
You're listening to the Homer Hour on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
If you're hitting the road for the holidays, heading up north, doing some shopping, or just getting out of town, make a quick stop at Higher Love Cannabis Company in Menominee. 9 seconds across the border in a car. 9 seconds. They've got award-winning, organically grown products. And if you go, you got to get the picture with Sasquatch. It's part of the experience. So before you head out, swing by Higher Love in Menominee, 9 seconds over the border, or start your trip at findhigherlove.com/CBD, less than an hour from Green Bay. Higher Love Cannabis Company, best in the Midwest. Findhigherlove.com/CBD for more information. With John Anderson, you ready to go? Percentage chance that you believe the Packers will make the Super Bowl and percentage chance that you believe they will win the Super Bowl.
There's a 35% chance they make it, and there's a 25% chance they win. Although, really, I guess if you get in, there's only one other team you have to beat. So in that case, I like them better than 50-50. But I feel like you're playing the longer game.
Right.
So I think there's kind of a 1-in-3 shot right now. And right now, of all the teams, I think I'd take them. What is it they do if we ran the simulations 10,000 times? Then I think 2,500 times the Packers would win.
Yeah, I like it. Russ Ball, I neglected. Did he tell you anything that you can give us more information? There's a belief that he might have been the president of the Packers or general man. Well, I don't know what it was that Rodgers didn't want him. I guess it was the general manager. But
no, we talk about Columbia and Gary Ellis, and Gary Anderson played the same high school. He came after him, but those kind of things. By the way, Gary Ellis, because you know how I love the track and field. When he was here, he won the state championship in the 100, in the 200, and the shot put. That's what kind of athlete that cat was.
Unbelievable. You got to check on Gilbert Brown. He may have done close to that in Michigan.
Gilbert went to Kansas. I don't care what Gilbert does. And he threatened to kill me.
Right.
So I don't want that either.
I got to know to always check. Anybody has anything to do with Kansas, they don't exist on this show. In the final few seconds, is there anything that worries you about the Packers? Worries you?
If we try to be too smart, we don't need to be a genius in this game.
But hasn't LaFleur earned some of that now? They ran the ball at the end when the game was tied against the Bears, and they ran the ball and were very conservative against the Vikings. Has he gained any less worry from you on what he's done recently, or is it still the same? You're tough.
One or two is one or two. That's not a pattern yet.
I'm glad I wasn't your kid. You're too hard. You're too hard. You're nice, but deep down, you're hard. Next.
We do have a